Dean Poloyac, the convocation is formed.
Good afternoon. Please be seated. What a wonderful day. It has started off to a great start. I want to welcome every single one of you and extend a warm Texas welcome to our family members, friends, and most importantly, our graduates of the class of 2026. It is our greatest pleasure to welcome each of you to celebrate the graduation of the 2026 Master's, Ph.D. and Pharm.D. classes at the University of Texas at Austin College of Pharmacy. We are fortunate to have so many of our graduates here to celebrate their accomplishments together. There is nothing more special than this day. It is the culmination of your hard work, your resilience, and most importantly, your purpose. These were the key ingredients that led to your success today in this chapter of your career. They are the result, and the result of your success, we are here to celebrate the conferral of 2 Masters, 16 Ph.D., 95 Pharm.D. degrees, all in this one ceremony. I invite each of our graduates to pause for a moment and remember that moment whenever you received your life-changing phone call or message informing you that you were admitted into this program. Who did you tell first? It may be a friend or a family member who is here with you today to celebrate your accomplishment. It's memories like today and memories about when you received that news of admission into the program and the celebration that you will remember for your lifetime. Soon after that acceptance letter, you stepped foot onto the 40 acres, or maybe some of you were here and moved down the street on the 40 acres, and embarked on your academic journey through our student orientation. For our master's and PhD students, orientation was your introduction to your lab mates, to the faculty, and to the college leadership. Thereafter, you found your mentors, you served as TAs in advancing our teaching mission, and you formed motivating relationships and collaborations to complete your dissertation projects. Now you're advancing to research positions in the pharmaceutical industry, in government agencies, and in academic institutions. For our PharmD students, orientation is the unforgettable moment when you were donning your white coat for the very first time and we officially welcomed you into the profession. Remember the ceremony where you took your first steps as a student pharmacist. And here you are, embarking in positions as pharmacists in our communities, ambulatory care, hospital, industry, and many other settings. And others are about to embark on additional training as residents, fellows, masters, and one of our students is pursuing Ph.D. training. Seeing all of our graduates here today proves that time really flies when you're having fun. To quote Van Morrison, "My, how you have grown." Your parents may only get that joke. When you entered our program, could you imagine the enormous challenges, adaptations, and opportunities that lie ahead? Each and every one of you not only rose to those challenges, but conquered them. To say that we are proud of our graduates and all you have accomplished would be a vast understatement. You've done it with swagger, you've done it with grace, and you have emerged as leaders for the future. Today, all of our faculty and staff on this stage and all around the room are here to celebrate how proud we are that you have found your purpose and to enter the next chapter of your career. The class of 2026 has proven that you are the promising future of pharmacy and pharmaceutical sciences. Today is not only a celebration amongst family, friends, and graduates, but also a day to celebrate with our faculty and staff. Our outstanding pharmacy faculty are the best in the nation and serve as dedicated leaders to provide the highest quality education, innovative pharmacy practice, and cutting-edge pharmacy research. Each year, our students select one of our faculty members to receive the College of Pharmacy Graduate Program Teaching and Mentor Award. This award is selected by the Pharmacy Graduate Student Association in acknowledgement of the outstanding contributions to student research, mentorship, and training in the PhD and master's programs. I am pleased to recognize Dr. Jamie Barner as the Graduate Program Mentor Award winner. Dr. Barner is the division head and professor of the Health Outcomes Division, whose research focuses on the assessment of health disparities, pharmacist services, and real-world evidence impacting care and medication utilization. She employs a patient-centered approach to evaluate the effects of healthcare systems, economic, and other factors on emergency room visits and hospitalizations for patients with sickle cell disease, postpartum depression, and other diseases impacting our communities of care. Dr. Barner has supervised 24 PhD and 27 master's students and has served on over 70 committees. Her graduate students have received 30 poster awards at national and international meetings. Additionally, she has mentored 5 PharmD students who have gone on to their PhD degrees. A quote from one of her mentoring students said, "Dr. Barner models what it means to be a dedicated educator who is committed to teaching the next generation of scholars. She has a keen sense for when graduate students are struggling and never hesitates to check in and offer support, even before we even realize we need it. Dr. Barner is truly one of a kind, and her investment in student development, whether academic, professional, or personal, has left a lasting impression on me." Please join me in congratulating Dr. Barner as this year's Graduate in Teaching Mentoring Award recipient. Our next recognition goes to the recipient of the College of Pharmacy Educator of the Year Award. Each year, our PharmD students select one faculty member to receive this award. Based on her outstanding teaching contributions, this year I am pleased to recognize Denise Kelly as the recipient of the College of Pharmacy Educator of the Year Award. Dr. Kelly was unable to attend today because she is attending another important graduation. As we speak, she is attending her son, Douglas's, preschool graduation ceremony. Since we all know they're going to be watching this video later, let's give Douglas a big round of applause for graduating preschool. Dr. Kelly is a clinical assistant professor in the Division of Pharmacy Practice and clinical practitioner at the Del Seton Medical Center with specific expertise in internal medicine. She teaches students through didactic lectures, lab experiences, and precepts our PharmD students and residents on academic internal medicine rotations. She also serves as the Residency Program Director for Ascension Seton PGY2 Internal Medicine Pharmacy Residency. To quote her nominating letter, it said, "Throughout my time in pharmacy school, Dr. Kelly has always been encouraging and has supported me to do my very best in all of my endeavors. She has always been kind and understanding and an appreciation of my career goals." Please join me once again in recognizing Dr. Kelly as the 2026 College of Pharmacy Educator of the Year. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker today, Mr. Danny Vela. Danny Vela is a true trailblazer, someone whose entrepreneurial spirit, professional integrity, and deep commitment to the Rio Grande Valley has shaped lives, businesses, and communities for more than 4 decades. A proud graduate of McAllen High School and the University of Texas at Austin College of Pharmacy, Danny returned home with a clear purpose: to serve the community through pharmacy. Since 1981, he has built that vision through ownership of Lee's Pharmacy and medical equipment, growing into multiple trusted locations and an infusion center, all within his community of McAllen, Texas. These pharmacies are more than just businesses. They are pillars of care. That strong foundation of pharmacy led to bold, innovative ventures in real estate, ranching, banking, including longstanding leadership of Rio Bank, each guided by his values of trust, service, and accountability. Driven by the mindset he often sums up as, "What do I got to lose?" Danny embraces calculated risks. Danny's success has always gone hand in hand with him giving back to his personal and professional communities. He has served on the McAllen ISD School Board for 16 years. He has held leadership positions in Kappa Psi, Legend Pharmacy Southwest, and the Texas Pharmacy Association. And I am personally very appreciative of his dedicated decades of service to our UT Austin Pharmacy Advisory Council, including service as our chairman. Above all, Danny is a family man. He and his wife, Alejandra, have proud parents of 4 children and grandparents to 8 grandchildren, sharing a love of adventure, curiosity, and lifelong learning. For our graduates today, Danny Vela represents what is possible when innovation meets integrity, when entrepreneurship is paired with service, and when success is measured not only by what you achieve, but how much you give back to your community. Please join me in welcoming pharmacist, entrepreneur leader, and steadfast champion of the community, Mr. Danny Vela.
Thank you, Sam. I almost didn't recognize myself in that introduction, but thank you. And I'd also like to thank you for the honor of being able to speak to this class today. As anyone would appreciate and feel honored to speak at any commencement exercise at the University of Texas at Austin, near and dear to my heart is the College of Pharmacy. So this elevates that honor even more. Thank you to you and your leadership team for what you've done with these kids and what you're going to do for them in the future. Congratulations to all the graduates. And before I get started, there's 2 peeps, 2 McAllen peeps in the graduating class this afternoon. Andres Fuentes. Congratulations. I know your folks very well. Congratulations. And Diana Saldaña. Diana's worked for us at Lee's Pharmacy for several years, and the entire crew says congratulations and give you the best regards and wish you the best in the future, especially when you and Andres come back and work at Lee's Pharmacy. Good afternoon, graduates, family, faculty, and friends. Let me start with a question. What if the most important prescription or manuscript you will ever read is one that never appears on paper? Not typed, not Googled, not labeled, not dispensed, but felt. Felt in the reassurance that you give a worried parent late at night. Felt in the moment a patient finally understands what's happening to them. Felt in the trust a community places in you. not just as a pharmacist or a scientist, but as a human being who shows up when it matters the most. Standing here today, I'm reminded that pharmacy has never been just about medication. It's about presence. It's about precision. And above all, it's about purpose. And I can tell you from experience that the purpose has never been more important than it is right now. First, let me say this. You all have earned this moment. I know what it takes to get here. The long nights that turn into early mornings, the exams that test more than your knowledge, they test your resilience. The moments when you wonder if you can keep on going, and then you do. To the PharmD graduates, you've learned how to translate science into care. You understand that behind every prescription is a person, and behind every person is a story. Every person that walks through our doors has a problem or an issue that we can help solve. To the master's and Ph.D. graduates, you've pushed the boundaries of what we know. You've asked innovative questions that move this profession forward. Together, you represent the full spectrum of pharmacy, from discovery to delivery, from molecule to moment. But today isn't just about what you've accomplished. It's about who you are becoming. And to explain that, I wanted to share with you a little bit of my story. You see, I grew up in deep South Texas. And before I was ever a pharmacist, I was a young kid watching my father, a pharmacist, work hard every single day. My father didn't have the opportunities that many of us have today. Higher education wasn't something that was handed to him, but he understood something powerful, that education can change the trajectory of a life. My father was born before and lived during the Great Depression. It was probably the most difficult time in our nation's history. He graduated high school at the age of 16, went to junior college. When they turned 18, 20 of them enlisted in the Army. They crossed the Atlantic in the hull of a troop carrier. They fought in the war, and they all came back. My father would always say that the GI Bill was the best legislation because it changed the course of an entire country for the better. All 20 of those men came to the University of Texas at Austin. They all became successful in their careers and successful in their families' lives. Some became pharmacists, some became lawyers, doctors, and engineers. The last of those great men, a pharmacist and a dear friend of mine, passed away last year at the age of 100. And as I stand here today, certain that their life trajectories were changed by their education. My father used to tell me, if you find the opportunity to learn, you take it. Not just to build a career, but to build something that matters. And that stayed with me. It pushed me. Not just to succeed, but to serve. Years later, when I became an independent pharmacy owner, I didn't fully realize it at the time, but everything about the way I practiced was shaped by his lessons. Because when you're in an independent pharmacy, especially in a community like mine, you are embedded in the community. You are part of people's lives. In a world that rewards scale, I chose connection. In a system that can feel impersonal, I chose relationships. And in moments where it would have been easier to step back, I leaned in. I got to know my patients by name. I understood what they were going through, not just medically, but personally. And I realized quickly I wasn't just filling prescriptions. You see, I was filling gaps. Gaps in care, gaps in understanding, and gaps in trust. And over time, that's what built my practice. Not just as a business, but as part of a community. Now, after years of doing this work, I can tell you something with complete certainty. The future of pharmacy is going to depend on your willingness to advocate. Because the profession of pharmacy you're stepping into is changing. You're going to see advancements that we could only imagine not too long ago. Artificial intelligence making sense of complex data. Precision medicine tailoring treatments to individuals. New therapies that completely redefine what is possible. For those of you earning your master's or your PhDs, you are going to help create those breakthroughs. But no matter how advanced things get, there will always be a moment when someone looks at you and just needs to hear you say, "I'm here. We'll figure it out together." That's the part that doesn't change. Because this profession at its core is human. You're going to be translators, turning science into something people can understand. You're going to be connectors, helping navigate systems that don't always work the way they should. And yes, whether you realize it or not, you're going to be advocates for pharmacy and for scientific discovery, especially for people who don't have a voice. Think about the communities you're going to serve. Some of you will work in large systems, some of you in small towns. In communities like mine in South Texas, the pharmacy is often the front door to healthcare. Sometimes you're the first person someone talks to. Sometimes you are the most accessible. And sometimes you're the only one that really listens. So I'll ask you the same question I've asked myself over the years. What kind of presence are you going to be? Are you going to be someone who simply dispenses? Or someone who transforms? I'll tell you this, transformation doesn't always look big. Most of the time it looks small. For our pharmacists, it's explaining something one more time because understanding matters. It's catching something others missed because safety matters. It's asking one more question because someone's story matters. For our pharmacy researchers, it's asking the difficult question because others were afraid to ask. It's developing a novel discovery because of data that didn't support your hypothesis. It's explaining your findings because scientific advances matter to the world. Those are the moments that don't make headlines, but they build something that everything else depends on, and that is trust. And trust isn't given. It's earned every single day. I'm not going to pretend that the path is easy. There are going to be times when the system feels overwhelming, when access is limited, when things don't work the way they should. And there will be moments when you feel like your voice is small. I've felt that. But I've also learned this. Your voice is not small. It's necessary. And that's why I want to leave you with something that I believe matters more now than ever. Advocacy. Not as an idea, but as a responsibility. Advocacy for your patients, for the person standing in front of you who doesn't understand their treatment, for the person who can't afford their medication, who feels lost in a system that is too complicated. Advocacy for research discoveries and for science as a whole. For society to know the importance of research to advance new drug discoveries in everything from chemical biology to health outcomes. Explain why your work is important. There will be moments when the right thing to say is that this is not acceptable and we can do better. This is not acceptable and we can do better. Advocacy for your pharmacy profession. Pharmacy doesn't move forward on its own. You see, it moves forward because people like you push it, because you challenge what doesn't work, because you show the values of what you do, because you define what you can accomplish. And advocacy for our communities, because wherever you go, you're going to be part of something bigger than yourself, and invest in that. Get to know people. Understand what they need. Show up consistently. Because the strongest healthcare systems and pharmaceutical industries weren't built in boardrooms. They were built in communities of care and collaboration. One relationship at a time. Another thing my father taught me, and one thing that my experience has reinforced, is this. Impact is not about how many people know your name. It's about how many people are better because you showed up. So as you leave here today, don't forget where you started. Don't forget the people who helped you get here. And don't forget why you chose this path in the first place. Advocate for your College of Pharmacy. You have a lot to be grateful for because you attended this college. We will always be Longhorn Pharmacy alumni. Be proud of that by showing your support in time and resources. Because the most important prescription or manuscript you will ever read won't be on paper. It will be in the way you practice. It will be in your lab. It will be in the way you care and the way you choose to advocate. The future of pharmacy isn't something you're stepping into. It is something you're going to create. So go forward. Go forward with knowledge. Go forward with courage. Go forward with compassion. And most importantly, go forward ready to advocate for your patients, for your profession, for your communities, and for your College of Pharmacy. You see, your story is just beginning. And like all great Texas stories, it's one worth telling. Congratulations, graduates. Hook 'em horns.
Thank you, Danny, for the wonderful commencement speech. We have this college who would like to present you with this gift. as a token of our true appreciation. We got to get a picture. In case you didn't hear, Danny said he'd do it for half the fee. Thank you so much, Danny. That was wonderful. We would now like to introduce our MS and PhD degree candidates. As our MS and PhD candidates begin to make their way to the stage, I will invite you to listen closely to each of the names and the titles of their thesis or dissertation projects. While the language will be technical, it represents research that has been a meaningful piece of discovery, spanning the full spectrum of pharmaceutical sciences, from foundational insights in the lab bench to the innovative pharmacy practice and care that improved patient care outcomes. Together, they reflect the remarkable impact our graduate students have made on human health. As we begin awarding the degrees, we ask our guests to please remain seated. We have our professional photographers who are doing a fantastic job, and we promise to get you those pictures. Members of the college administration will assist me in awarding degrees. Our Associate Dean for Research and Graduate Studies, John Richburg, will introduce the candidates and announce the awards. The candidate's supervising professor will have the great honor of hooding the candidates, and Dr. Jamie Barner will present the awards to our graduates. Let's let the hooding begin.
It is my real honor to present the candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy and Master of Science. The journey to a graduate degree is defined by curiosity, perseverance, and the creation of new knowledge. Today, we celebrate these scholars whose discoveries have already contributed something new to our world, knowledge that didn't exist before, and whose work advances the future of human health. We will first begin by recognizing our Master of Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences graduates. Dr. Precious Okeke, supervised by Dr. Kelly Reveles. Thesis title, Real-World Evaluation of Terlipressin used in advanced cirrhosis and its complications, prescribing patterns, predictors, and clinical outcomes in hepatorenal syndrome and esophageal variceal bleeding using the TriNex Research Network. Dr. Lejean Quintana, supervised by Dr. Chris Whitman. Thesis title, Synthesis of cis and trans fluoroacrylate and inhibition of BCL6 targeting a non-reactive cysteine. Now we'll recognize our PhD graduates in pharmaceutical sciences. Dr. Kirsten Bell, supervised by Laura Funken. Dissertation title, The Role of Circadian Rhythm in Immune Function and Behavior During Development. Dr. Owanata Vesta Briggs, supervised by Dr. Carolyn Brown. Dissertation title, Barriers to Biosimilar Infliximab Utilization in the Treatment of Rheumatic Diseases amongst U.S. commercial and Medicare beneficiaries. Dr. Erica Carlson, supervised by Dr. Kim Nixon. Dissertation title, Mind Your Microglia, Effects of Alcohol in Adulthood and Aging. Dr. Julia Sinaceros, supervised by Dr. Sungmin Lee. Dissertation title, Chemical Design for Probing DNA Damage and Steroidal Bioactivity. Dr. Ishin Dougal, supervised by Dr. Nicholas Pepys. Dissertation title, Engineering Biomaterials Towards Pulsatile Delivery of Therapeutic Agents. Dr. Dougal is also receiving the College of Pharmacy's Doctoral Merit Award. Dr. Bhupendra Giri, supervised by Dr. Zenrong Kui, co-supervised by Hugh Smythe. Dissertation title, Thermostable Dry Powder Formulations of Nucleic Acid Nanocarriers for Inhaled Gene Therapy. Dr. Jihen Lai, supervised by Dr. Anton Avicenna. Dissertation title, Evaluation of Prevalence, Health Outcomes, and Expenditures of gabapentinoid use amongst cancer survivors in the United States, a multifaceted health economics and outcomes research. Dr. Julianne Mercer, supervised by Dr. Grace Lee. Dissertation title, The Intersections of Identity, Inequity, and Disease, Unraveling Cardiometabolic Kidney Disease in the U.S. Adult Population. Dr. Gloria Odonkor Dolly, co-supervised by Dr. Jamie Barner and Dr. Hyuna Kang. Dissertation title, Quality of Healthcare Transition in Young Adults with Sickle Cell Disease, the Patient Experience. Dr. Suhaib Omran, supervised by Dr. Letitia Matsagimba. Dissertation title, Medication Use Patterns of Weekly GLP-1, RAS, and SGLT2Is in Texas Medicaid beneficiaries diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Dr. Adwait Radhan, supervised by Dr. Feng Zhang. Dissertation title, Breaking the Melt Barrier, Rational Design of a Twin Screw Melt Granulation Process. Dr. Nestor Rodriguez, supervised by Dr. Sungmin Lee. Dissertation title, Formation, Enzymatic Processing, and Structural Characterization of Chemical DNA Lesions. Dr. Adriana Vargas, co-supervised by Dr. Chris Fry, Professor Jim Keller, and Dr. Grace Lee. Dissertation title, The Impact of Uncontrolled Gout on Healthcare Utilization and Health Outcomes for United States Veterans Affairs Patients. Dr. Vargas is a graduate of the College of Pharmacy's Pharm.D to Ph.D. Program. Dr. Rana Zalmai, co-supervised by Dr. Carolyn Brown. Dissertation title, Social Determinants of Health of Buprenorphine Adherence Amongst Individuals with Opioid Use Disorders. And finally, we will recognize the PhD graduates in the Translational Science program. Dr. Corbyn Gilmore, supervised by Dr. Chris Fry. Dissertation title, Guideline Concordant Antibiotic Prescribing for Community-Acquired Bacterial Pneumonia Due to Drug-Resistant Pathogens in the All of Us database. Dr. Gilmore is also receiving the College of Pharmacy's Walter Fast Doctoral Excellence Award and is our graduate commencement speaker. You'll be hearing from him soon. Dr. Henry Obwefan, supervised by Dr. Chris Fry. Dissertation title, Treatment Patterns of Healthcare Utilization for Patients with Mantle Cell Lymphoma in the Veterans Affairs System who are prescribed their first Bruton tyrosine kinase inhibitor national respective cohort study. Please join me in congratulating all of our graduates.
Graduate student commencement remarks serve as an opportunity for one of our master's or PhD student recipients to reflect on their experiences in our college and highlight the future research discoveries that lie ahead for our graduates. As Dr. Richburg mentioned just a minute ago, this year's speaker, Dr. Corbyn Gilmore, is the recipient of the Dr. Walter Fast Doctoral Excellence Award. This award represents the highest award that we have in our doctoral achievement, and it was named by our late professor, Dr. Walter Fast. Dr. Fast was a deeply respected faculty member known for his dedication to his research, to his chair students, and to his beloved family. Today, Dr. Gilmore exemplifies the excellence embodied in this honor. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Gilmore to the podium to speak.
Howdy, everybody. Thank you for this wonderful invitation and for being here to celebrate a milestone that at times felt like it might never actually arrive. It's an honor to stand here today representing a group of people who, statistically speaking, have spent an unreasonable amount of time staring at screens, second-guessing ourselves, and pretending we understood reviewer comments on the first read-through. If you had asked most of us on day one what this journey would look like, I'm confident the answer would have been wildly incorrect. We thought that the hard part would be getting in. It turns out, though, it was just the beginning. Because after admission came the real challenges, finding the right mentors, figuring out what we actually wanted to study, and at some point, defending years' worth of work while someone calmly asks you questions that make you question every single decision you've made since 2021. Somewhere along the way, many of us met burnout or faced imposter syndrome. And if you didn't, I would genuinely love to study you as a rare clinical case. But despite all of that, we're still here. Not because the path was smooth, but because we kept going when it wasn't. For me, my journey didn't look like anything I expected it to be. I started out thinking I would become a physician. That was the plan. And when that didn't happen, I felt like a failure. But it led me to translational science, to data science, and to work that I genuinely care about. What felt like failure to me actually turned into something else entirely. A chance to discover a path that fit better than the one I had first plotted out for myself. And I know I'm not alone in that. If there's one thing this group proves, it's that nonlinear paths are not failures. They're often the reason we end up exactly where we're supposed to be. Every detour, every rejection, every moment where things don't go according to plan, those weren't obstacles to our success, they were part of it. Because of that, we didn't just gain degrees, we gained something far more valuable. Resilience, perspective, and the ability to solve problems that don't come with clean answers. And that matters a lot, because the work ahead of us isn't simple. As graduates of the University of Texas College of Pharmacy, whether as a pharmacist, scientist, or researcher, we are stepping into roles that directly impact people's lives. We have the training to ask better questions, to challenge assumptions, and to improve the systems that patients depend on. We have the ability to make healthcare more effective, more equitable, and more humane. But that only happens if we stay curious, if we keep asking why, if we refuse to settle for it. That's just how it's always been done. That's not just an opportunity, it's a responsibility. And none of us got here alone. There's a saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. This journey here has proved that. Every late night, every setback, every small win, we lean on each other more than we probably expected to. And moving forward, that doesn't stop here. The problems we are about to take on are too big, too complex, and too important for any one person to solve alone. Collaboration isn't just optional, it's the only way forward. So, as we leave here today, stepping into whatever comes next, I hope we carry a few things with us. First, don't lose your curiosity. It's what got you here, and it's what will allow you to keep growing long after today. The world doesn't need more people who think they have all the answers. It needs people who are willing to ask better questions. Second, remember why you started. Because at some point, when things get difficult, and they will, that reason is what will keep you moving forward. Third, be resilient. Things will not go according to plan. If you take anything away from today, that's the one guarantee. And finally, don't be afraid to take a different path. The one that you didn't expect, the one that feels uncertain, because sometimes that path leads you exactly to where you're supposed to be. Trust that your path doesn't have to look like anyone else's to be the right one. And before I close, I want to take a moment to thank the people who made this possible for me. To my wife, Katie, thank you for carrying me through all this and keeping me grounded. To my parents, Brett and Kelly, my sister Skylar, and my family, thank you for your constant support. To my mentor, Dr. Chris Fry, and all my other mentors at the College of Pharmacy, the faculty and staff at the College of Pharmacy, thank you for your continued guidance and for investing in all of us. And to my fellow graduates, this journey may have been difficult, but we made it through together. Remember, we didn't just make it through these programs. We became people who can handle uncertainty, adapt to change, and still move forward. That's not just an accomplishment, that's something the world needs. Congratulations, class of 2026. Let's go do something that changes the world for the better. Hokum horns.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gilmore, for your excellent and inspiring words for our master's and PhD graduates as they embark on their careers. Now it's time to introduce and awarding our degrees for the Doctor of Pharmacy candidates. We again asked our guests to take your pictures from our seats. Our fantastic photographers will promise to get those pictures to you. Members of our college administration will assist me in awarding the degrees. Senior Associate Dean Renee Acosta will have the great honor of hooding our Doctor of Pharmacy candidates. Associate Dean Diane Ginsburg and Assistant Dean Rucha will introduce the candidates. Assistant Dean Justin Samuel will announce the academic honors, research honors, dual degree, and award recipients. Assistant Dean Ashley Castleberry will present the Student Academic and Research Honors medallions. Dr. Kelly Revelis will present the college awards, and Dr. Veronica Young will present the concurrent degree cords, and Commander Quinn Tran will present the U.S. Public Health Service Award. To learn more about the college awards presented today, I would refer you to the awards section, student awards section in your program. And now we will begin the hooding ceremony.
Dr. Nora Abi Faraj.
Graduating with university honors and high college academic honors. Also graduating as a Leicester Entrepreneurial Scholar in the Health Innovations track.
Dr. Rose Wafi Aldahash. Dr. Jasmine Alderete Cruz. Dr. Mary Florence Alishoe.
Graduating with college academic honors.
Dr. Mahdi Al-Rawi. Dr. Victoria Altenberg.
Graduating with the Clinical Inpatient Pathway of Distinction.
Dr. Josie Juliette Alviar.
Also receiving the College of Pharmacy Exemplary Leadership Award.
Dr. Angelica Flores Aruna. Dr. Danielle Marie Bates. Dr. Bryce Beckstrom. Dr. Caroline Bradley. Dr. Sydney Bryant.
Graduating as a Leicester Entrepreneurial Scholar in the Health Innovations track, and also receiving the College of Pharmacy Innovation and Entrepreneurship Award.
Dr. Neil Barande. Dr. Lauren Burnett. Dr. Adam Campos.
Graduating with University High Honors and with High College Academic Honors. Also graduating with the Clinical Inpatient Pathway of Distinction and also receiving the College of Pharmacy Alumni Association's Mortar and Pestle Award.
Dr. Casey Carswell.
Graduating with University High Honors and with High College Academic Honors. Also graduating as a Leicester Entrepreneurial Scholar in the Pharmacy Ownership track.
Dr. Jackson Carter.
Graduating with the Clinical Outpatient Pathway of Distinction and also receiving the College of Pharmacy Exemplary Leadership Award.
Just in case. Dr. Alyssa Chavez. Dr. Andrea Cosado Flores. Dr. Brandon Contreras. Dr. Brittany Lauren Contreras Alfaro. Dr. Eric Michael Coronado. Dr. Terrence Miguel Azucena Cruz. Dr. Daria Daniel Ianca. Dr. Presley Depperschmidt. Dr. Cindy Deep. Dr. Madison DeShaw.
Graduating with university highest honors and highest college academic honors. Also receiving the College of Pharmacy's Alumni Association Mortar and Pestle Award.
Dr. Feng Do.
Graduating with university highest honors and high college academic honors. Also receiving the College of Pharmacy Exemplary Leadership Award.
Dr. Isaac Dominguez.
Graduating with university high honors and highest college academic honors. Also receiving the College of Pharmacy Academic Achievement Award.
Dr. Deja Drain. Dr. Chanel Amber Duncan. Dr. Brianna Erskine.
Receiving the College of Pharmacy Alumni Association's Mortar and Pestle Award.
Dr. Andreas Fuentes. Dr. Michael Anthony Garcia. Dr. Matthew Giroux. Dr. Jonathan Glover. Dr. Alana Jade Gonzalez.
Receiving the College of Pharmacy Exemplary Leadership Award.
Dr. Isabella Gonzalez. Dr. Freddie Guerrero.
Graduating with college academic honors and graduating with the Master of Public Health degree under the supervision of Dr. Veronica Young.
Dr. Madeline Hall. Dr. Cecilia Hambleton.
Graduating with university honors.
Dr. Joseph Chauncey Havens, Jr. Dr. Rachel Helbling.
Graduating with university high honors and college academic honors. Also graduating with the clinical outpatient pathway of distinction and also receiving the College of Pharmacy Innovation and Entrepreneurship Award.
Dr. Claire Homrock.
Graduating with university honors.
Dr. Nahal Irampur.
Also graduating with the Master of Public Health degree under the supervision of Dr. Veronica Young and Dr. Travis Carlson.
Dr. Mace Ismail.
Receiving the College of Pharmacy Dedicated Service Award.
Dr. Erica Marie Germain.
Graduating with university highest honors and highest college academic honors. Also graduating as a Leicester Entrepreneurial Scholar in the Health Innovations track, and also receiving the College of Pharmacy Academic Achievement Award.
Dr. Amber Johnson.
Graduating with the Master of Public Health degree under the supervision of Dr. Veronica Young, and also receiving the United States Public Health Service Excellence in Public Health Pharmacy Award, presented by Commander Quintran.
Dr. Jean Pondalis Keita. Dr. Ju Hyuk Kim. Dr. Julia Song-un Koo.
Receiving the College of Pharmacy Dedicated Service Award.
Dr. Lida Sarah Kuriakos. Dr. Jacob Lackey. Dr. Madeline Lampy.
Receiving the College of Pharmacy Outstanding Research Award.
Dr. Jessica Marie Ledesma. Dr. Hannah Lermer.
Receiving the College of Pharmacy Innovation and Entrepreneurship Award.
Dr. Xiang Li. Dr. Joyance Liao Mendoza.
Graduating as a Leicester Entrepreneurial Scholar in the Health Innovations track.
Dr. Johan Lin. Dr. Janice Lee. Dr. Romina Manicherry.
Graduating as a Leicester Entrepreneurial Scholar in both the Health Innovations track and Pharmacy Ownership track.
Dr. Paige Mariscal. Dr. Aldwin Martin.
Graduating with University High Honors and High College Academic Honors. Also graduating with the Clinical Inpatient Pathway of Distinction and also receiving the College of Pharmacy Excellence in Patient Care Award.
Dr. Tori Madison.
Graduating with High College Academic Honors.
Dr. Amanda McCoy.
Graduating with the Clinical Outpatient Pathway of Distinction and also receiving the College of Pharmacy Outstanding Research Award.
Dr. Christine Marie Montes. Dr. Parmita Moses. Dr. Kevin Wynn.
Graduating with the Academia Pathway of Distinction.
Dr. Christiana Ola. Dr. Melisha Patel. Dr. Michaela Ann Poloyac. Dr. Som Radia. Dr. Maya Ramirez.
Also graduating with a Master of Science in Biomedical Informatics.
Dr. Melody Fox Richards.
Graduating with University Honors and College Academic Honors. Also graduating with the Clinical Inpatient Pathway of Distinction and also receiving the College of Pharmacy Excellence in Patient Care Award.
Dr. Delandra Monique Robinson.
Graduating with University Honors and College Academic Honors. Also graduating with the Master of Public Health degree under the supervision of Dr. Veronica Young, and also receiving the College of Pharmacy Alumni Association's Mortar and Pestle Award.
Dr. Sydney Caitlin Sines. Dr. Brittany Salcido. Dr. Diana Laura Soldania.
Graduating with University Honors and College Academic Honors.
Dr. Alexis Santos. Dr. Marina Cervantes. Dr. Layla Shaybani. Dr. Jacob Shea.
Graduating with University Honors and also graduating with Research Honors.
Dr. Garrett Linwood Snowden. Dr. Tamara Tarbox.
Graduating with university honors and college academic honors.
Dr. Nancy Lee Tang.
Graduating with university high honors and college academic honors.
Dr. Amberly Leanne Torres. Dr. Christy Trin. Dr. Grace Nok Trin.
Graduating in the Pharm.D to Ph.D. pathway.
Dr. Tanafa Triangunthri. Dr. Shelby Marie Tellis. Dr. Laura Villarreal.
Receiving the College of Pharmacy Excellence in Patient Care Award.
Dr. Anthony Wong.
Receiving the College of Pharmacy Dedicated Service Award.
Dr. Lauren Wardall. Dr. Gladys Martinez Williams. Dr. Annie Zhang. Coincidentally, it is also Annie's birthday today. Happy birthday, Annie.
And she's also graduating with the Master of Public Health degree under the supervision of Dr. Veronica Young.
Please join me in congratulating the PharmD class of 2026. I don't know if you can see behind you, but all of our graduates just got a standing ovation. Congratulations. PharmD student commencement remarks serve as an opportunity for one of our PharmD graduates to reflect on their personal experiences and to share words of advice for their classmates who have shaped the future of pharmacy. Today's PharmD student commencement remarks will be made by President of the 2026 PharmD class, who was elected by his peers. Please welcome Dr. Adam Campos to this podium.
Thank you, Dean Poloyac, for the introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. How are we feeling today? Y'all, we just graduated from the best pharmacy school in Texas and in the nation. How are we feeling today? There we go, there we go. I'm incredibly honored and grateful to be standing here today, speaking to my friends, who I cannot call doctors, and to the families and friends celebrating the graduating class of 2026. Before I begin, I want to say hello to my parents, my family, and friends back at home. They didn't know I'd be up here speaking here today. So hello, Mom, Dad, and Christian. I love you all, and thank you again for everything. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I hope this is the best gift. To our faculty and staff sitting behind me and in this room, thank you for being our foundation since day one. On behalf of the class of 2026, we are truly grateful for your guidance, support, and dedication in preparing us to become pharmacists ready to take on the world. To our families and friends, thank you for standing with us throughout these past 4 years. There were days where we need you for a quick call, encouragement, or even just to cry after an exam. Your support meant everything. And to all the moms here today, happy Mother's Day. Class of 2026, let's give our loved ones a round of applause. Over the past 4 years, each of us has been writing our own stories through pharmacy school. Today, I wanted to share the final page of my chapter 4. To my friends, I am so proud of every one of you. These past 4 years, I watched you step out of your comfort zones and grow into the incredible individuals you are today. Let's think back to our first day of orientation, when we walked into Berndyne, unsure of what this chapter would hold. We came from different paths, some straight from undergrad, others from the workforce, and some balancing families of their own. As for me, I traveled nearly 600 miles from El Paso to begin this journey. I was nervous too, but over time, we each built our own stories, all of which are admirable to read, stories filled with resilience, growth, and purpose. And now we are all bound together, not only by our education, but by shared experiences and lasting friendships. Being far from home wasn't always easy, but the people in this room made it feel like home. For example, my friendship with Jackson started as PSI co-chairs during our P1 year, then grew into serving together as president and vice president of Pharmacy Council, and even taking care of his famous dog, Otis. From Isaac's amazing green bean casserole and supporting him at his marching band performances, and to Melody's crafty nights when she really tried to bring out our creative side. And I can't forget the iconic Junior Explorers group with Delandra, Freddie, and I, exploring every corner of Austin and Houston, especially Donato, even during times when we probably should have been studying. And who can forget P1 year, Halloween, when Paige, Shelby, Caroline, Claire, and Presley dressed up as amino acids with Dr. Fast. Or P2 year, celebrating Burnt Orange Fridays together before some of us headed to San Antonio. And P3 year, when so many of us stepped into these leadership roles and helped run the school. These are the moments I will carry with me forever. I could go on and on and on about the memories we each have shared, and I know each of you has your own stories and friendships that will last a lifetime. Now, we turn the page and we begin a new chapter. Some of us will become specialized pharmacists in hospitals, others will serve as the most accessible healthcare providers in our communities, and some will go on to innovate in managed care and industry. I have no doubt that many of us will go on to contribute to groundbreaking research, lead pharmacy organizations, and shape the future of pharmacy. Each of you has taken advantage of the opportunities here and will go on to make a meaningful impact. But before we step into what comes next, I wanted to leave you with a few reminders. First, your education is something that no one can ever take away from you. You earned this Doctor of Pharmacy degree. Let it open doors you once thought were out of reach. Your name is on this degree and no one else's. Second, always choose kindness. Whether it's towards colleagues, patients, or anyone who enters your life, kindness has the power to make a lasting impact. Finally, make an impact. In the same way others have shaped your journey, you have the ability to shape someone else's. No act is too small. Even the smallest gesture can create a ripple effect far beyond what you can see. Growing up, I was fortunate to be surrounded by my family, especially my grandpa. He fought cancer with strength and showed me what it means to never give up. One of his favorite songs was My Way by Frank Sinatra, and I wrote this PharmD chapter my way, and each of you wrote yours in your own way. As you move forward, continue to be yourself and be kind to others. Until we meet again, my friends. The end. Class of 2026, I am so proud of us. Congratulations and hook 'em.
Thank you so much, Dr. Campos. Congratulations, and we are excited to have you represent your class in the future. The College of Pharmacy Alumni Association serves an important role in the life of our college. Today, Dr. Emmanuel Nwere, 2012 PharmD graduate and president of the UT College of Pharmacy Alumni Association, will welcome you to the Alumni Association, announce our recently elected class officers, and lead you in the oath of the pharmacist. Dr. Nwere is the System Director of Pharmacy and Oncology Informatics at the City of Hope National Cancer Center, where he leads a team that supports pharmacy, oncology, and research application systems. His team, Enterprise Technology, serves for 5 cancer centers nationwide. Please welcome Dr. Nwere to the podium.
Good afternoon, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. It's truly an honor to stand before you today as your Alumni Association President and to officially welcome all of our PharmD master's, and Ph.D. graduates to the College of Pharmacy Alumni Association. Graduates, today represents more than a degree. It represents resilience, the long nights, the uncertainty, the moments you push forward when it would have been easier to stop. In the book Grit, Angela Duckworth reminds us that grit is passion and perseverance for long-term goals. That's what got you here, and that's what will carry you forward as you begin building your careers and your legacy. Because today is not the finish line. It's the beginning of what you will be remembered for. So as you think about that legacy, I challenge you to think about the following. What impact will you make to the profession of pharmacy? Who will you lift as you climb? And how will you leave this profession better than you found it? Because pharmacy needs more than knowledge. It needs leaders, innovators, and individuals willing to leave things better than they found them and to make a lasting difference. And part of that legacy is the relationships you've built along the way. Some of the greatest gifts from pharmacy school are the people beside you, your classmates who will become your long life friends, and the faculty who believed in you, the mentors who guided you. Hold on to those relationships, invest in them, because long after today, they will continue to support you and shape you. Your relationship with the College of Pharmacy does not end today. It evolves. As alumni, you are now part of a lifelong community, one that connects you across generations, supports your growth, and depends on your engagement. So stay connected, give back, and mentor, lead, and show up, because the opportunity to pay it forward is a beautiful blessing. Because one day, someone will stand where you are now, and they will need the same guidance and opportunity that you received. That's how legacy lives on. And I want to personally invite you to your first official alumni event, our annual homecoming tailgate in November. It's an opportunity to reconnect, celebrate the achievements of deserving alumni, and continue building this incredible community together. Graduates, you have the grit, you have the talent, and now you have the responsibility and the opportunity to make a lasting impact. We are proud of you, and we welcome you into the alumni family, and we cannot wait to see the legacy you will build. Next, I'd like to recognize the 2026 PharmD class officers. These individuals were elected by you and will serve as your liaison leaders to the college as you transition into this next chapter. Serving as president, the wonderful Adam Campos. And as vice president, Alana Gonzalez. And serving as secretary, Jackson Carter. Thank you in advance for your leadership and your commitment to serving your class and our profession. As we close, I invite all of you to join me in reciting the oath of the pharmacist. The oath of the pharmacist is an agreement between pharmacists and the public we serve. It describes the pharmacist's duties to our patients and the profession and society. We recite the oath together when you graduate as a pledge and a reminder of the moral, ethical, and legal obligations with which you are entrusted as pharmacists and healthcare professionals. While the oath speaks to devoting your professional life to serve humankind, Think of it also as a lasting promise to your fellow graduates, our faculty and staff, alumni, patients, and all others with whom you interact. Let this not only mark the end of the journey as students, but the beginning of your lifelong impact as healthcare professionals dedicated to improving the lives of those you serve. At this time, I ask all PharmD graduates and pharmacists and any pharmacist in the audience to stand if able. And join as we recite the oath of the pharmacist together as one. The oath has been printed for you on the last page of your program. Please raise your right hand and let's begin. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of serving through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession, moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. Congratulations and hook 'em horns, class of 2026. You may be seated.
Wow, what a show. Thank you all. It is a true joy and a pleasure. There is nothing that gives us all more pleasure than seeing you accomplish your goals. Today marks an important transition. You're moving from your academic goals to your career goals. So let's think about that for a minute. Whenever you had your academic goals, it might have been getting past that first quiz, having that first committee meeting, getting through the dissertation or comprehensive exam. It could have been getting through that P1 year, P2 year, P3 year, getting through the rotations. It could have been the OSCEs. Whatever those goals were you set day by day. I remember when you walked through the door, both as graduate students, master's, PhD, and PharmD students, I remember asking questions about where are you heading for your career? And you got a lot of, well, I think I'm gonna do this. And what you've done is you've grown, you've emerged, you've become leaders in your profession through your education. You've found your path, you've found your purpose. And I just wanna say that one thing we tell you from day one is find your purpose and know where your heart is. And when I look around this room, I see a very bright future for our pharmacy profession and for our research and graduate education and for our PhD and our research discoveries for the future. The reason I bring that up is because now when you get from your academic goals and having that test and that deadline and all the things that you've had on your mind and the to-do list, they were created by your academic institution and your goals and the requirements of the program. Now as you enter your career goals, you're the one that will set those next goals. That should be very exciting. Every day that you get up, the person that will hold you accountable for those career goals and those ambitions that you have is the person that you see in the mirror when you brush your teeth. And it'll also be the person that you see at night in the mirror before you go to sleep. You get to set those goals, and they'll change over your career. But you're the one who gets to decide what's next. You decide what's next for now, get your 3-year plan, your 4-year plan, create your career goals, and go make those changes. We heard so many great things from our speakers today about set their goals high. Why? The most important reason why is because society really needs you. Right now, United States healthcare is at an inflection point, a point where pharmacy expertise and practice and research are the solution. For our researchers, More than 50% of the drugs fail for several reasons. One, because of inadequate pharmacology in drug development, or side effects that occur because of dosing being incorrect for the drug during development that eliminate the drug. Or drugs that actually work out in our communities, being able to achieve better health outcomes for chronic disease for our health outcomes research. All of your research has a chance to make a major impact because you have the expertise that is in dire need within society. For our PharmD students, you are the most accessible healthcare professional in the world. Any one of us can walk down the street right now and talk to a healthcare professional. There's only one place you can do that. Within our hospitals, you make major impact to our healthcare teams and have that expertise that we all need within our hospital systems, in our ambulatory care systems, in our communities, and for all of the places that we serve. We have several of our students that are interested in industry, both for our PhD and masters as well as our PharmD. You have the skills and the talents to make a real difference. Always remember that the problems yield solutions and the challenges will give you those opportunities. So the question is, how do you rise to the opportunity and not get bogged down by the challenge? Well, it comes down to three things: attitude, resilience, and being grounded in your purpose. We've been talking to you about it from day one, and we've watched you emerge and have that in our program, and that's what makes us so proud to be here with you today. You've already demonstrated those attitudes, you've demonstrated your resilience, you've demonstrated your purpose. You've done it with swagger, and you've done it with grace. That's what makes us so proud. My own background was, I always bring this up in a couple of occasions, but I had a chance to be a member of the Saffer Center for Resuscitation Research. For any of my Pitt fans out there, it's season 1, episode 7. Peter Saffer made that episode, in case you're watching the Pitt. He's the inventor of modern CPR and the modern day ambulance, and I had the joy of overlapping with him for 3 years in my prior institution. And he has laws laws for navigation of life that were presented to him by his trainees, and I want to share 2 of them with you today that I hope really resonate with you as you embark on your career. Law number 17, patience may be a virtue, but persistence to the point of success is a blessing. You're going to have times where it's going to get difficult. The path is not straight. You're going to have twists and turns, both professionally and personally. Don't ever let that set you back. It may set you back for a day, but don't let it set it back for more. Set your next goal, dust yourself off, and go back at it, because your persistence and your continual drive will get you to your long-term goals. Law number 22, it's up to us to save the world. We are now in great hands. As I look around this room and I look at each one of you, I'm very proud to say that our future is in very, very good hands. You are all equipped with the skills and the mindset to impact the challenges that we have in society today. So I'll leave you today with my final challenge, which is both simple and ambitious. Be agents of change. Change in healthcare, change in research, and change in the communities that you serve. We've all seen what you can do, and you've been trained like none other. And now is your time to show everyone that what starts here changes pharmacy, changes Texas, and changes the world. Congratulations, and go get them. Graduates, you did not arrive on this day alone. Behind you sit your parents, your spouses, your companions, children, grandparents, brothers, sisters, and other special individuals that supported you along the way. Graduates, please stand and face your family and friends. They played such significant roles in helping you reach this point and this milestone. Please give them a hand and thank them for everything they've done to help you. Graduates, please remain standing and face your faculty, regional directors and coordinators, preceptors, staff for one last time. You pursued your education at the University of Texas at Austin because you wanted to attend the premier college of pharmacy and be trained and mentored by our outstanding educators. We are also so fortunate to have our amazing and dedicated staff, which, believe me, if it wasn't for them, none of us would have an event to attend today. They were so wonderful to make this all happen. So join me in giving a round of applause to all the tireless efforts to our college community. Finally, graduate, there's one more group to acknowledge, and that is each other. One of the most important support groups you've had in your entire journey are standing by your side. Your classmates were strangers just a few years ago. They have seen you at your best. They might have seen you at your worst. But they've stood beside you every step of the way. Together, you share memories that will bind you together for a lifetime. Please be sure to keep in touch with each other about your career goals and give each other a round of applause. Please be seated. You and your classmates now join over 9,000 University of Texas Masters, Ph.D., and PharmD alumni as part of our UT Pharmacy Longhorn family. As a gift, the college has purchased a one-year membership in the Alumni Association at the University of Texas at Austin, the Texas X's. I encourage you to become an active member of Texas X's, and most importantly, an active member of the UT Austin College of Pharmacy Alumni Association. Nothing makes us happier than when you come back to that homecoming tailgate or come back to an event and tell us about your life, your experiences, and your career goals and how you're doing. We love it. So come back and see us, come back and share with us all you've accomplished, and come back and share in our events that we have in the college. I encourage you also to be a preceptor or a research mentor, advocate for research discovery, advocate for quality patient care, and most of all, advocate for future generations of alumni. Remember those that came before you and provided support for your scholarships, support for your student organizations, and support for your community services and projects. As you embark on your career, I can say that nothing is more gratifying than paying it forward. So as you enter your career and you enter the pharmacy profession, pay it forward to our next generation. I would like to encourage you to attend the university-wide commencement tonight at the DKR Stadium. Guest seating starts at 5:30. The graduates to be on the floor have to have a ticket, so that email went out at one point in time. Hopefully you saw it. If you haven't, it is on the commencement website. I'm not sure if you can still get it or not, but good luck. But if you'd love to attend, we would love to see you at that event. If there's one thing for sure, it's that everything is bigger in Texas, and that includes the graduation ceremony at the stadium. It's a wonderful celebration full of pomp and ceremony, revelry, rejoicing, and a lot of fireworks. I would like to thank the Cardinal Trio, who played our opening music and will play us out in a few seconds. I would also ask our audience to please let the stage party and the graduates exit the auditorium, as we will then join them in the lawn for our photos, and be sure to get shots next to all the balloon arches and balloon designs that we have out on in that area. And I can officially say that this concludes the 2026 University of Texas at Austin College of Pharmacy graduation ceremony. Thank you all so much for joining us, and hook 'em horns.